And we're gearing up for the gold medal match here at the 2024 Futsal Championships. Can't wait to see these two teams go at it here for Concacaf supremacy. Panama coming in with their 6th appearance in the Concacaf Futsal Championship with their best finish coming in 2016 when they won silver. And Cuba, no strangers to the silver medalists, as they did it 4 straight consecutive tournaments in 96, 2000, 2004, and 2008. Both teams have obviously qualified for the FIFA Futsal World Cup that's being held in Uzbekistan later this year, but each team wants to bring that trophy back to their country. And this arena's going to be rocking in Managua here. Beautiful sounds all week long as we see the referee casting.
Nos ponemos de pie para escuchar el himno nacional de Cuba.
And stand by for the national anthems.
Nos mantendremos de pie para escuchar el himno nacional de Panamá.
All right, and there we have the national anthems of Cuba and Panama. Both these teams hyped up, ready to go. It's a tale of two different sides. The Panamanians, 8 returning players from the 2021 Concacaf Futsal Championships, taking on a Cuba side that's practically brand new. It's the youngest team of the tournament with an average age of only 21 years old. It's unbelievable. They're already in the final here with that. Wait until what this team's going to look like in 2028. The Cubans proving a big threat so far out here. And we take a look at the starting lineup. Kevin Rueda in goal, having a fantastic tournament, along with Harold Aguilera, Christian Valiente, Iduan Martinez, and Diego Ramirez. And of course, their coach turning the ship around, Rogelio Valdivia for Cuba. The last time in 2021, Cuba didn't win a single game. This is a brand new era in Cuban futsal. And one guy to look out for on that team is going to be Jonathan Hernandez. He has been an absolute beast, leading Cuba with 5 goals, including a hat trick against Panama that clinched their quarterfinal spot. He's going to be someone that Panama marks hard out here. So we're going to see what happens with Panama. Can they stop Hernandez? Will they avenge their match D3 loss? I think Panama's going to look for influence at the semifinals in 2016, where they actually beat Cuba 6-5. We take a look at the match officials from the USA: Josh Wilkins, Diego Lopez from Costa Rica, Kristen Paella, the USA, and Misael Barea from El Salvador. Solid cast of refs out here. It's going to be a testy affair as both these teams vie for gold. As we see the exchange of the banners and the traditional photos with this loud crowd in Nicaragua, as we take a look at the Panama roster. Fantastic goalkeeping all tournament long. Jaime Peñalosa and Claudio Goodrich, Rumen Milord, Aquiles Campos, and Alfonso Mackenzie as the starting lineup. And of course, the head coach Alex Del Rosario leading this great Panamanian side to the final. And this is the 6th appearance in the Concacaf Futsal Championship, with Panama's best ever finish coming in 2016 when they won silver. They're looking to take a step up and win the gold for the first time. This is the 4th consecutive time now that Panama's going to be in the FIFA Futsal World Cup, and the player to look out for them is going to be Abdiel Ortiz, as he leads the team with 6 goals and is still in contention to win the Golden Boot. And we're going to get kickoff set here. The championship on the line as Cuba stands out and gets this game going. Who will take home the trophy? Cuba on the attack early on. Blocked there by Panama. Nice little behind the leg pass. And if you missed the earlier match, we had Guatemala winning the bronze over the former 3-time champions Costa Rica. And looking to make history here tonight. Both of these teams, the veterans versus the young bucks from the island of Cuba. Both booking their ticket to Uzbekistan this fall for the FIFA Futsal World Cup. But let's see who arrives in there as champions of North, Central America, and the Caribbean. And for those new to futsal, you have your 40 by 20 meter court, your 3 meter by 2 meter goals, 2 20-minute halves with stop clock, and of course, the 5 accumulated fouls per half per team. As we see the Cubans on the attack here, taking a shot and blocked by the defender. So we see Harold Aguilera. A key part of that Cuban side all tournament long, as they finished 2nd in Group B. And Panama topped that group with their 6 points. Panama coming out, looking to rotate and exploit, finding a little gap out there, trying to do a return pass, but to no avail was Aquiles Campos. Here come Panama. Back into their own zone they go. On the attack, going 1v1, left-footed cross. Missing his mark on the other side of the court there. Both teams just feeling each other out here in the opening minutes. So we see Panama going in. Opportunity, left-footed shot denied by Kevin Rueda, the 20-year-old playing at a Ciego de Avila in Cuba. Corner kick. Prevented there was the Cuban defense. Rueda, only 20 years of age. We talk about how young this Cuban side is, and this guy has been absolutely diamonds in between the pipes for Cuba so far. Another attempt, though, coming in. And missing there was Achilles Campos, the big man. Not able to find his footing. Oof. A little bit of a move out there in the crowd, liking what they just saw from Martinez. See Goodridge down over to Mackenzie. Mackenzie down the sideline, right-footed rocket. Almost getting the rebound. Rueda up to the task. Keep your eyes on number 10, Alfonso Mackenzie. This man's been an absolute beast all tournament long. A key reason why Panama find themselves here in the gold medal match. 26-year-old plying his trade in Peru. One of two foreign-based players. Mackenzie playing for Pantawalan. And not much on that attempt there as Cuba will take over possession. As Rueda rolls it out to Morales. Morales had a fantastic game in the semifinals. The ball laid in. And a missed pass there by Goodridge. No one on the left wing as Cuba come out. We'll see if the pressure will get to the Cubans, but after pivotal games to get there, I don't think so. And here's an attack. Oh, you would have thought Cuba would have scored. Another opportunity incoming. Left-footed strike out there by Morales and denied by Peñalosa. Both goalies, key reasons why both these teams are in the championship running out here, but Cuba, we're talking about nerves, and they shut that theory down real quick. These young guns playing like seasoned veterans. Crowd into it now out here. You can hear the horns, hear the Panama fans in particular out there with the chants, with Morales trying to find the far post out there and not getting his foot on it. Still 0-0, just over 5 minutes played in this first half. As we see number 11 up top for Cuba, Cotilla. Been an absolute star for Cuba, the 24-year-old who plays his futsal at La Habana. Left-footed strike, what a rocket that was, and holding his hands at the back of his head, knowing he missed the opportunity. Beautiful layoff there, first by Campos. You got the ole chants going on. What an atmosphere. No fans in the 2021 Concacaf Futsal Championships in Guatemala. An absolute crime to take the fans from the sporting world. But here, it's back. And this is what makes futsal amazing. A phenomenal atmosphere in an arena. The sound reverberating. You feel it in your feet. And it isn't going to stop all game long. Nothing like a championship futsal match for all the glory on Saturday night as Panama on the attack. Intercepted by Cuba. What an opportunity. Big stop out there by Peñalosa. We take a look at the replay out there. We spoke about number 11, Dayan Cotia. Had some big moments in the group stage out there for Cuba. Always seems to be in the right place at the right time. Panama definitely maneuvering the ball side to side. See Campos, Mackenzie, and Milord. Three guys who've worked really well together all tournament long, along with Abdiel Ortiz. Panama exchanging some interceptions there with Cuba, but will now come back out of their zone. Watch for Ortiz, number 6 at the bottom of your screen there for Panama. Leads this team with 6 goals. A golden boot still on the line as Panama come out, but ball will roll out for a goal throw. As we take a look at the Panamanian bench. With a giveaway out there, picked up by Campos. We'll let it roll out so that Ortiz can take the kick in. So as we spoke about, 21 years of age is the average age for Cuba. Meanwhile, the Panamanians, 28.8. You might as well round it up to 29. What a gap. Ooh, great defensive recovery out there. And handling it still. Oh, still going. He shoots. Oh, what a goal that would have been. Great effort there on the left flank. Martinez just absolutely beating everybody and just on the outside of the post. Panama now on the attack and just a little too far out there for Abdiel Escobar, the 28-year-old. Corredores. Oh, beautiful move out there. Cuba on the attack. Left-footed strike. Net open. Tried the back heel. Oh, Panama escaping out there. Arguello almost with an opportunity to put the Cubans up 1-0. Yeah, here we go. 2v2. Picked off. Great defending there by Cuba as they come out on the counter real quick. Diego Ramirez plays his futsal out in Spain. 25-year-old. The second oldest player on the team, and he's only 25. And he's been a sturdy rock. A wonderful winger. Cuba now pressing it in. Ooh, right off that touch. A great attempt there by Campos. So we see him, one touch, boom, over the bar. As the quickness as we see Cuba deep into the Panamanian zone. Up top. Good marking out there, but Abdiel Ortiz yelling at his players, hey guys, let's get in a position, let's get in order. See the coach just pacing. It's going to be a nail-biter indeed. A left-footed attempt thwarted there by Abdiel Escobar. And Cuba. Martinez looking to go 1v1. Opts to go into the center. Aguilera. Putting it down below for Ramirez. Lays it off in the shot. Not happy with the effort out there is Aguilera, 22-year-old for Camagüey. Corner kick for Cuba. Who will strike first in this championship match? That oh so ever important first goal to set the tone and momentum. As Cuba scoop it in. Well done, beautiful back pass out there, just evaded Ramirez. Cuba looking fluid early on, these young bucks. The attempt off Panama picking it up, but we'll see Castrelon, the 32-year-old from Perejil FC in the Panamanian League, bringing it over down to Mackenzie, the talisman. So you hear the horns coming loud. This arena, there's nothing like a live futsal match experience. Make sure you get out to your local league, wherever you're watching around the world. But for now, we can enjoy this Panama-Cuban battle. 0-0 here, with 8:33 left in the first half. Here we go, 1v1 action. And not doing much with it there was Abdiel Castrelon. And an inbounds kick. Panama deep in the Cuban zone. Mackenzie to put it up top. Love the footwork on the wings out there. It's what makes futsal so beautiful. A little bit of contact there, but not enough to warrant a foul. As we see Alfonso Mackenzie bringing it on out along with Goodridge, who he's worked quite well with all tournament long, particularly in the group stage. It's Panama topped Group B with the 2 wins and their only loss coming to this Cuban side. But they had already clinched that group. And now with everything at stake, this will be pedal to the metal all the way to the final whistle. As we see Cotilla for Cuba bring it back over to the other side. Panama picking it off. Milord. Mackenzie trying to just get it around Alvarez, but he just puts it out of bounds. Barbaro Alvarez just turned 21 years old. Had his birthday on April 17th. Happy birthday to the young man. Cuba on the attack. Oh, 3v1. That's going to be rolling a cumulative and a missed shot out there by Panama. Big opportunity by Claudio Goodridge to no avail. As we take a look at the counter out here. Rolling an attempt wide right of the net out there was Goodridge. He's going to wish he had that one back. And as we say, that's a rolling accumulative foul. Oh, Panama again, 3v1, big opportunity, shoot! And the stop made by Kevin Rueda, the 20-year-old playing like a star veteran keeper. Huge opportunity there on the 3v1. Panama now putting the pressure in the last minute and a half. Panama again. Pickpocketed out there by Cotilla, but Panama again with the turnover. Coming in, left-footed shot, scores! And we have the first strike of the game. And it is the Panamanians going absolutely wild into that pocket of the crowd. And they are absolutely loving it. With 6:17 left in the first half. Picked off out there, great tackle. And then boom, move, left-footed shot up in the top corner. And who else is it going to be but Rumen Milord, the 26-year-old, playing at Las Lobos in Panama, putting Panama up 1-0 here in the first half of the Concacaf Futsal Championship match. Milord was having a great tournament, ate a lot of minutes in the opening 3 group stage matches and the quarterfinal. And no goal bigger than that, the opener here in the gold medal match. With 5:45 left in the first, it'll be a corner kick being taken by Alan Aparicio. And again, Aparicio put it in for the corner. As Panama look to double their lead. Mackenzie using that sole of the foot. Futsal staple to draw his man in. Not liking that was Aparicio. Thought he got hit in the back of the head. Referee not having any of that. There's Mackenzie. Been fantastic all tournament long. But Cuba on the attack and a foul there. No question about it. It was Aquiles Campos fouling Christian Valiente. 2 hands right there, no question about it. And a dangerous free kick opportunity for Cuba. We'll see what kind of set play they can do it here. The second foul for Panama, as we see Jaime Peñalosa, the 26-year-old star, one of the best goalkeepers in this competition. Crucial save after crucial save, game after game, lining up his defenders. And the shot blocked by the Panamanian wall. Picked up by Rueda at the back. And over down to Martinez. Panama taking possession. Ooh, nice layoff out there for Milord. And the foul called against Cuba. Diego Ramirez arguing. Not happy with the referee there. Definite contact on the play. As we see Mackenzie. This is not someone you want to see lining up that close to your goal. Is this stud out of Pantawalan, Peru's club. Left-footed strike, oh! Goodness, and it looked like a big save there by Rueda. As Panama get the corner. Some direct contact at the center line as we see the players just chirping at each other, but quickly extinguished. Panama coming out of their zone. Mackenzie down over to Aparicio. And Mackenzie getting fouled out there. Valiente did not forget. Third accumulative foul for Cuba here in the first half. And for those new to futsal, just remember, each team has 5 accumulative fouls per half. Every foul a team commits after results in an unopposed 10-meter free kick, which is more or less a penalty. So just keep that in mind, but all you seasoned vets in futsal know that already. Looked like it could have been a 4th accumulative out there, and another shoulder to chest. This game's starting to get a little physical. The last 2 minutes as expected. Take a look out here. And as the stakes get higher, it won't be a surprise to see more contact throughout the game. Panama now attacking, left-footed strike off the post. What an attempt. I would love to see what the radar gun had that speed. Monster left-footed shot, beating Rueda, but hitting the left post was Rumen Malord. A man who opened up the scoring already for Panama. This man smells blood in the water. And that shark is hungry to bite again and get another goal. Cuban player just keen to get the ball out of the zone and avoid a possible turnover. Everything on the line here in the championship. Beautiful run down the wing. And blocked by Cotilla. Corner kick, Panama. Great to see the Panamanian fans travel. Another sneaky opportunity as the big man, Oscar Hinks, comes in. A wily, sneaky defender. He's been a very, very key part of this Panamanian side. Always seems to be involved in the action. As we see the corner out there from Ortiz to Hinks. Misses the mark. Hinks has been a treat to watch. Ooh, and a long-range attempt out there. Not for Rueda, though. Panama with a light attack out there, but Castellon not getting too much juice and from far out. Cuba now. Corner kick with 2:32 left on the clock in the first. Cuba again. Intercepted by Hinks, and Panama now on the counter. The big man Hinks laying it off to the left side. Oh, a nice cut, and that's definitely a foul against Castellon, who was dragged down. And there's nothing that Jorge Gonzalez can say about that. That's it. That touched the shoulder. Didn't look like if it was a grab, but as your mama used to say when you were a school kid, keep your hands to yourself. And unfortunately, in that circumstance, Gonzalez did not. And that's the 4th accumulative foul now against Cuba. attempt from just about 8 meters out here is Alfonso Mackenzie. Quick pass, and the shot from Castellon was blocked. Panamanian kick in. Cuba looked to break out, but picked off. Panama on the 2v1. Again, but missing the mark out there was Castellon. We see a timeout now called by Cuba with 2 minutes left here in the first half. And Panama feeling confident and coming in with that 1-0 lead as we see Mackenzie lay it off. Now, beautiful move by Milord, who puts it up in the top shelf. And he's definitely pleased, and why shouldn't he be with a shot like that to give his team the lead here in the championship match. And this sound is infectious. Wherever you're watching in the world, I know you just love to have the fans back in the arena after 2021 in the empty arena in the Domo Polideportivo in Guatemala. Nicaragua bringing the noise. All the fans from Central America coming out and supporting this amazing competition. The 8th edition of the Futsal Championships here in Concacaf. As we see Oscar Hinks, the big man, at the back for Panama, and Mackenzie. Panama coming in. Oh, an opportunity, 1v1! Oh, and just missed out there to make it 2-0 was Abdiel Ortiz, the leading goal scorer for this team. Deflection off the defender, beats Rueda, who just reaches back desperately. And Ortiz missing that mark. That second goal would have been vital going into the half. Razor-thin margins here in the Concacaf Futsal Championship game. Ball put into the Cuban half. It's Panama on the attack, taking a left-footed shot, but not having enough space to make it as Castellon. Can Cuba tie this up before the end of the half? Not with bad giveaways like that. But now Cuba coming in, back and forth. Oh, tripping over it. Oh, big time save. The rebound. They score! Cuba ties it up, courtesy of Iduan Martinez. And that's exactly what the doctor ordered with a minute left. Going right up to the camera, Martinez. Oh, the first initial save by Peñalosa was absolutely fantastic. But the follow-up, 1-1, courtesy of Martinez. And this game is just starting to pick up. Last minute of the first half. Let's see if we got another goal before the end of the half. Cuba absolutely pumped up now after tying it up. And another opportunity. A definite foul there. The goal scorer, Rumen Malord, getting the 4th accumulative as we take a look. Malord fouling Christian Valiente. Referee making sure that the Panamanian defenders give that 5 meters of space required. As the Cubans line up, wouldn't this be something? 2 goals in the last minute. Would be something unique as Cuba attack. Ooh. And not too far off from the goal was that shot. Martinez, he smells it. Cuba coming out now with a lot higher energy. Panama patiently waiting to run out this clock. Just about 18 seconds remaining here. As we saw earlier, Guatemala winning the bronze medal in a 3-0 victory over Costa Rica. Cuba, Panama in the final. 1-1 with 10 seconds left in the first half. Intercepted by Cuba on the attack. And fumbling it out there was Castro. And that is going to do it. Tied at halftime here in the championship match is Cuba and Panama. Great action here in Managua, Nicaragua. The crowd absolutely loving it. Iruan Martinez scoring for Cuba. Ruman Milord notching it for Panama. We're going to have some highlights coming up shortly. And make sure you stay tuned. Don't go anywhere at the Concacaf Futsal Championships, tied 1-1.
Disfruten el balón oficial de la Concacaf.
All right, and we're back here for the beginning of the second half of the championship match here at the 2024 Concacaf Futsal Championship, and we have a thriller in store right now with Panama and Cuba tied 1-1 with one half to go in a packed house here in Managua, Nicaragua. Phenomenal hosts. Thank you to the Nicaraguan Federation and Concacaf for hosting such a great tournament. Certainly won't be the last time that Nicaragua sees an event of this magnitude here after such a great one. Panama set to kick it off. And here we go. Panama early on going into the Cuban zone. No foul. Cuba missed the opportunity for the counterattack there, but still pulling it off. Ooh, an own goal! Oh, goodness gracious. Harold Aguilera put it towards his partner, but it went off of Mackenzie, who puts his hands on his head. And just like that, 17 seconds in, the ball going off of the foot of Mackenzie as Aguilera tried to find his man. And just like that, Cuba up 2-1, 17 seconds here early on in the second. Any way you can get them. And Cuba picking the pocket again as they come on the counter. Oh, a big attempt out there by Martinez. Already has a goal. Ooh, big save by Rueda, and the rebound again, kicked out by Rueda, and he is absolutely pumped up. Panama on the attack, looking to draw even again. They'd opened up the scoring, and now Cuba scoring in the last minute of the first half, getting that confidence. And that own goal, nothing deflates a team like that, but it's going to take a lot more to stuff this tough veteran Panamanian side, looking for their first ever CONCACAF championship. A good block out there. Panama, an opportunity. Blocked. Still in play. Plays it off, up top. Put out of bounds there. You see the referee not happy one bit. And the shake of the head of the Panamanian coach. And a shoulder bump out there, heavy by Harold Aguilera, the man who banked it off Mackenzie to go into the net and put Cuba up 2-1. As we see it kicking deep into the Cuban zone. Try to go along the touchline. There was Mackenzie. Oh, a nice scoop. But not able to target it. Panama coming again, turn around and they tie it up just like that. You wanted goals, well you got them here early on as Achilles Campos capitalizes and goes to celebrate with the dancing Panamanian fans. The big number 9 with his hands up to the sky. Achilles Campos ties it up at 2 with a rocket down the middle and just goes through the legs of Kevin Rueda. Just over a minute and a half gone in the second half, and we've already had a pair of goals. We knew this game was going to pick up, and boy, has it ever. Panama again on the attack. What action. This is what futsal's all about. These teams want the glory. They want the trophy. And they will give everything for it. It's Panama again on the attack. Mackenzie putting it towards goal. Ooh, and just eluding Campos. As we see Cuba give it a kick in. Midway through the Panamanian zone. They'll reset it out top. There's Aguilera, back to Ramirez. Ramirez with a beautiful scoop, but just a little bit too much out there. And out of reach, and Panama will take over in their own zone. You can hear the rhythmic, infectious sounds of the drums in the arena out here. What an atmosphere. Panama on the wing. Oh, drops it back, and just in the nick of time out there was the Cuban defender to block that attempt. Cuba starting to feel their rhythm right now. And that's what happens with that veteran presence when you play together enough for a long time, and there's 8 returning players on this team. You know where to be at the right time, and you know what your teammate's going to do. As we see Mackenzie try to lay it off again to the trusty Ruben Malord, who had the opening goal for the Panamanians. Mackenzie again. Panama looking good early on. Just putting it out there. Panamanian ball going in deep into the Cuban half. They look fluid, they look looser on their feet, willing to try new things. And there's another attempt. Oh my goodness, what a valiant attempt. Had beaten Rueda and just rolled it slowly. Let's take a look at another of this. Mackenzie beating Rueda, putting it under his sprawling arm. That would have been an absolute crack of a goal. Mackenzie looking to make up for that accidental own goal that went off of him. The first few seconds of this half, we knew he was going to be an important part of it. Just one has to think what Cuba would have been like had their top man, Jonathan Hernandez, been into this match. Hernandez not eligible today. Had scored a hat-trick against Panama in the group stage. And it's tough to lose an absolute dynamite goal scorer in your championship game. As we see Peñalosa bringing it up over to Malord. Panama going wide, a big opportunity here. Oh, looked like he was possibly taken down, but oh, this is just back and forth. Panama and Cuba exchanging turnovers. Point blank, and they score! There we go! Again, Claudio Goodridge, the 34-year-old, playing for Villanueva in Panama, and is going to drive the Panamanian fans nuts. 3-2 Panama here with 15:43 left in the second. You see a collision out there and picked up by Goodridge, who buries it in the bottom left corner. Take one more look. Rueda getting down low, but just not extending enough to get there. In less than 5 minutes into the second half, we already have 3 goals. And you can bet we're probably going to get a few more as we see another interception by Panama. And the man who scored that leading goal, number 7, Goodridge. Referee signaling for the kick in. It's come a little bit closer. As we see Abdiel Ortiz coming into the match as the leading goal scorer for Panama. Taking possession and Bringing it back up to Mackenzie. Mackenzie lays it back beautifully over down to Ortiz. Those two have worked so well together. We get some chirp going on there between Ortiz and Martinez, who scored the opening goal for Cuba. They'll go at it again there. Pass intercepted out there by Morales. Brings it up over to Martinez, down to the center. And Mackenzie putting on a little show with an aerial clearance out of his area. That man's just a treat to watch. You'd love to have him on your team, but boy, do you hate to play against him. As Panama on the attack, coming out there is Rueda to prevent, but now a 2v1 counterattack. Oh, and a beautiful defensive play out there. Big time by Abdiel Ortiz. Cuba with a prime opportunity and taking a shot deflected. It'll go down for a corner as Mackenzie grabbing his toes to maybe stretch out that hamstring. No, not at all. Pulling up that sock. That exposed shin guard. Mackenzie gonna take a moment or two. The physio coming out now. As we take a look at the replay, Mackenzie flicking it up and landing a little on that hip. This futsal court is unforgiving. If you've ever played it, you know what I'm talking about. With all that sweat from the hard-working Mackenzie, they brought out the cleaning crew to take care of business. Cuba on the attack. Into the corner, great defensive play out there. Holding it down. Can't say enough good things about Goodridge. Scored that leading goal and preventing Cuba from tying it up themselves. The second oldest player on the team, next to Oscar Hinks. Oh, Cuba with the counter. Left-footed strike directly at Peñalosa. Oh, golden opportunity for Cuba as Panama now come out on the attack. Right-footed strike, just missing wide of the net. What a great second half. This is how a championship game is as we take a look at Cuba. Boom, left-footed directly at Peñalosa. You'd have to think if that ball just gone a foot left or right, that rocket was going right in the net. But Peñalosa's been an absolute stud in net all tournament long. Panama. 26-year-old star of Los Lobos. Oh, Hinks, an uncharacteristic giveaway to Ramirez, who just shoots wide right of the net. And Peñalosa letting Hinks know what he thinks about that. See it here. Ramirez sensing an opportunity, but not doing much with it. Cuba coming out now. Deciding to hold it back and reset. As we see Ramirez now, number 13. And a far wide pass out there by Castrelon, not hitting anything. 12:35 remaining in the second half. Whoever wins this will win their first ever Concacaf Futsal Championship. Cuba, having played the bridesmaid 4 times from 96 through 2008's tournaments, all pro. They want that gold badly. Panama getting that silver in 2016. And the play called back. Foul called. As we see a little shoving going on. That gamesmanship, every time that happens, you see Oscar Hinks Up to his hijinks. That's the first accumulated foul there from Panama this half. Peñalosa lining it up. Cuba looking to tie this game up. A great opportunity here. Let's see what they can do on this set play, or if it's going to be a direct blast. The blast it is! And getting a pull on it was Jaime Peñalosa as we take another look again. Corner kick, Cuba. Peñalosa getting it and kicking it across the leg to the court there, picked up by Rueda. Peñalosa scored a goal against Canada that way when Canada left their net open, trying to get back into it. The man's a rock in between the pipes, but also is a goal-scoring threat too. One of the beautiful things about this sport is the goalkeepers can get in on the action. Such a vital component of any futsal team. You have to look at it. You got your 5 players on the team. It's like typing a report, a memo, an essay with your 5 vowel keys. Any one of those vowel keys on that keyboard's missing, the whole thing screws up. Panama on the attack, left-footed shot, missing the target out there. Was Abdil Castrelon. As we see him spin around again, just getting under it and whew, dead center over the bar. But seemed to have deflected off of Rueda's hands. It's definitely a corner kick. Back up top over to Mackenzie, who's comfortable in a 1v1 situation against any man. Cuba. Oh. Had a 3v2 counter out there, but getting their accumulative as we take a look again. The left foot of Jorge Gonzalez making the contact. And Panama signaling that it should be closer. And the referee telling him, you just stay right where you are. That's where you're taking it. And the 27-year-old Abdiel Ortiz. Instead is going to bring it back into the Panamanian zone. With the lob now being forced out by Cuba. Kick in for Panama. Right in front of their bench. And Cuba breakout. Martinez. Brings it across, a right-footed shot. Missing the mark out there. The energy that Christian Valiente has brought to this Cuban side has been enormous, and he wants to keep it up. He's been involved in some key plays tournament long. Looking for the handball call there, but the referee's letting it go. Incidental contact. Mackenzie laying it off with a lob pass, beautifully picked off. Oh, that would have been absolutely sensational had Panama capitalized out there, but Rueda up to the task. It's a key opportunity there for Achilles Campos on that long-range pass. Little overhead kick by Cuba coming in, Valiente. Now with Morales looking to take his defender 1v1. And Morales can't believe that the referee has called the kick in Panama's favor. And Rueda will pick it up. Drop it right in his area as Cuba look to get out of their zone. Good attempt by Castro. Gonzalez bringing it out to Valiente. Go out for Peñalosa. Just under 9 minutes remaining here in the second half. Panama up 3-2 against Cuba with the title on the line. Keeping it in bounds there was Ortiz. And a misfire by Ortiz will see Cuba take possession over at center court with a couple of substitutions being made. As we see Martinez come in. Goal score for Cuba, a little lob out in the center, but not much ado about anything there as Mackenzie picks it up. Throws it into center of the court, and ooh, just a step off there was Achilles Campos. Cuba coming out 1v1. Looking to beat his guy there was Morales, the 23-year-old from La Habana. 6 La Habana players here. The backbone of this Cuban resurgence. A team that had not made the World Cup last time around, lost all 3 of their group stage matches in 2021. And instead finishing second in the group stage, beating Panama in their final stage, eliminating the 3-time defending champions Costa Rica, finding themselves here, this super young team. What an incredible turnaround here for Cuban futsal. Wouldn't it be something, a team with the average age of 21 years old to lift a trophy? But the veterans from Panama not wanting that. Their years of hard work, they want to be rewarded with their first title as Cuba comes on the attack. And making the wrong calculation there was Martinez. Might have been better off if he'd gone outside. See Martinez in the back in the Cuban zone, bringing it out to center court, but not doing. Oh, a beautiful turn, a key opportunity for Cuba, and that is going to be a missed opportunity. Cuba begging for the penalty out there as Peñalosa collided with the Cuban attacker, and Panama on the counter, left-footed shot, wide right of the goal. And we take a look out here, getting a hand on it. And a hand on the defender, or I should say the winger there, Cotilla. Not having it, Peñalosa raising his hand, clutching his gut with a collision. Taking a little bump on him. See the third official talking to the bench. Cuba with a prime opportunity there to tie it up, and a giveaway by Cuba, and they score! Panama! A bad giveaway has resulted in, again, a goal from Claudio Goodridge, and he's making good indeed. 4-2 Panama, as we see here. Oh, Goodridge just strips Cuotilla away and buries it out there, doubling up the lead now, the 34-year-old veteran. And you can't make mistakes like that when the stakes are as high as they are, and that's some of the mistakes that you can see young players make. And one thing we've spoken about extensively is how young this Cuban side is. Very composed for their youth, but that's a critical mistake and a critical juncture in this match. And Cuba now down by 2 goals with 5:28 left here in the second half. And that frustration there by Cuotilla, resulting in an accumulative foul for Cuba. So we see Mackenzie get fouled by the extended right leg there of Cuotilla. This cleanup crew taking care of business right now. The second foul this half against Cuba. Panama on the attack. Great work there by Goodridge to prevent the ball from going out for a goal kick. And a misfire there by Ortiz. Goes quite a few meters over the crossbar. And now we see Rueda come out. The attacking situation for Cuba. Harold Aguilera coming in for Cuba. And there we see the keeper attack. And now that he's on the other side of the court, he's just like any other player, can touch the ball as many times as he wants, for as long as he wants. But you have an open net. Mackenzie battling strong and put out and absolutely furious. Over there is Martinez. Prevents a big opportunity for Panama to get in. And now Rueda going back in the net. Big risk equals big reward sometimes. But once you leave that net open, all bets are off. We're going to see a lot more of that from Cuba with 4:33 remaining. Panama on the corner kick, opting to put it to Mackenzie. Back in their own zone. Try to go long range. Going to take a lot more than that to beat Rueda. And again, Harold Aguilera, the 22-year-old, coming in as the attacking goalkeeper here. Now you're going to see Cuba cycle this ball around, looking for a gap, looking for a lane to exploit. Oh, and a miss play out there on the wing by Cuba. Uncharacteristic work there by Martinez. 3:36 left on the clock. Plenty of time in futsal to score 2 goals. Cuba with possession in the Panamanian zone. Oh, a big opportunity, and they score! The first shot stopped by Peñalosa, and he's furious with his defenders. And that man, Martinez, who made the mistake just seconds earlier, has now brought Cuba within a single goal. 3:21 left on the clock as we see here. Oh, beautiful cross-court pass out there laid off by Gonzalez. And following up on that first attempt out there is Iduan Martinez. And we said there was plenty of time left, and we weren't kidding. Panama holding on by a goal with the title on the line. These Cubans are absolutely fearless. And we see the attacking keeper coming again. Harold Aguilera. What a thrilling finish here to the Concacaf Futsal Championships. Going right down to the final seconds. Just over 3 minutes on the clock as we see Diego Ramirez down to Aguilera. Ramirez, very experienced. Oh, and a missed pass out there. And a timeout called by Panama. We're going to look to calm this down and prepare to prevent this attacking goalkeeper situation that Cuba is going to be throwing at them. And you just have to wonder what were the Panamanian defenders doing in that situation. Peñalosa was furious, made the initial stop. But Martinez knocking in that rebound. See again, there's a goal by Panama. On the replay, picked off, and who else but Goodridge having a fantastic match tonight. We saw beautiful pass by Gonzalez, finished off by Martinez, and notches another one. Absolutely scintillating stuff in this final from Panama and Cuba. It's going to be a final exciting 3 minutes here in the second half with the trophy on the line. Both teams already clinching their spot into the FIFA Futsal World Cup. That's going to be held later this September in Uzbekistan. Joining them will be Costa Rica and Guatemala, who played for the bronze medal earlier. All four semi-finalists booking their ticket into the biggest international futsal event. And all sure will represent well. Great work there by Milord to pick up the ball from Panama. Milord having an excellent tournament, getting a goal as well in this game. In the prime of his career, the 26-year-old. Peñalosa will get possession. He'll fire at wide range. Who finds his man? That was Goodridge on the spot. Cuba now going in. Wide right opportunity shot. Misses the target. Not happy with himself there is Martinez. Already with a pair of goals in the game. Solid defending there by the seasoned Diego Ramirez. Playing his futsal in Ribarroja in Spain. 2 minutes remaining. The attacking keeper on, Harold Aguilera. Will Cuba be able to tie it up? Will Panama be able to hold him off? Almost intercepted there by Panama. Aguilera. Patiently awaiting. Just looking to exploit a gap. Any bit of space. As we see Ramirez at the top. Finding Aguilera. Down low. Oh my goodness! An opportunity of a lifetime for Dayan Cuetia with a wide open net, and he completely misses it. Beautiful play by Cuba. That should have been the tying goal. And Panama now on the attack. Golden opportunity. Oh, and just missing with the left foot out there is Rumen Milord. And that's a man who does not miss much. Scored a goal earlier. And had he scored there, that 2-goal lead would have certainly made Cuba wonder what could have been. Cuetia. And a timeout called. With 1 minute and 3 seconds left on the clock. Can Cuba do it? You can see the frustration from the youngster out there. Urge guys to get this tying goal, do everything, lay it all on the line, and you know they're going to do it. But that prime opportunity missed by Cuetia, my word, wide open. And we know out here, Alex Del Rosario, just 1 minute and 3 seconds away from winning his first ever Concacaf Futsal title, leading this solid Panama side. Panama winning silver in 2016, but that's the best they've done. And we're in for an unbelievable finish. A giveaway though by Aguilera. Oh, and Mackenzie just missing the mark out there. Aguilera rolling it out, attacking keeper again. A miss hit, and that's going to cost them dearly. Panama opting instead to kill out the seconds instead of taking it on net. Putting it out of bounds, Cuba regaining possession with 39.6 left on the clock. Cuba with a terrible giveaway. Cuba gaining possession again. They're going to look to reset. And now here is their opportunity. Harold Aguilera. Cross court. Down low. Cuba! Oh! A huge, huge shot. And again, Cuetia missing the opportunity. His second one. And he's just in disbelief. Panama, 20.6 seconds away. The aerial throw from Peñalosa over down to Goodrich, who heads it out. 17.8. The referee instructing. Mere seconds away. Cuba. One final attack. And a foul by Oscar Hinks. Holding on to Jorge Gonzalez. And a yellow card issued to Hinks. Would have been difficult, because Gonzalez is a very, very, very speedy player. Faster than Hinks. But the 38-year-old gladly taking to the foul here. And with 12 seconds left on the clock, the attacking keeper out. Harold Aguilera. What can he do? 12 seconds left in the second half. Panama up 4-3. Can they hold off to win the title? Or will Cuba take it to extra time? Ramirez, shot! And just getting a hand on it was Peñalosa. Corner kick for Panama. 9.6 remaining as the referee stops, telling Oscar Hinks, the wily veteran, to give space. Martinez bringing it in. The final play of the game. Shot directly at Peñalosa. And that will do it. Panama, for the first time ever, are CONCACAF Futsal champions in a thriller. 4-3 over Cuba. Unbelievable performance by this Panamanian side, and they are in absolute ecstasy. now in front of their fans as we see the smiling Alfonso Mackenzie pointing his hands to the sky with tears in his eyes. What a fantastic tournament he had. A nightmare for him in the opener here as he had a deflection on the own goal go in. But coming back and leading his team to victory out here as we see Jorge Gonzalez from Cuba come over to show some great sportsmanship and salute the fans. And that went right down to the final seconds as expected. Panama finally going the distance and lifting the championship for the first time in their history. As we see everyone with the Panama delegation coming on to celebrate. What an unbelievable game, going right down to the final second. And you have to feel for Dayan Cotia, who had 2 golden opportunities to tie it up as Cuba played with the attacking keeper, but just couldn't notch it. And Cuba, for the 5th time in their history, will leave as silver medalists at this tournament. But as we said, this extremely young Cuban side is going to be a force that no one is going to want to face next time around in 2028. And both these teams headed to the Futsal World Cup. But the boys from Panama will celebrate tonight with this championship trophy. And they are having the time of their lives right now. Unbelievable match. And you can just see the fans going wild here at the Polideportivo here in Managua, Nicaragua. You couldn't ask for a thrilling match to close out this championship tournament. And congratulations to Panama for finally reaching the summit.
Goodrich, el anotador del gol del triunfo y la travesía cumplida.
Sí, primero que todo, darle las gracias a Dios por el partido de hoy, por el triunfo, por el sacrificio, por la gana que le metimos todo el equipo. Sabíamos que no iba a ser fácil con un rival como Cuba, pero se sacó el resultado, gracias a Dios, y somos campeones, somos número 1 en Concacaf.
Primera vez, un título que se debe disfrutar.
Exactamente, como usted dice, primera vez que Panamá queda campeón en un premundial, y como usted dice, no tengo palabras para describir esta felicidad, y somos campeones y ahora a celebrar.
Celebra Panamá completamente el país. ¿Qué mensaje les envías a los panameños?
Exactamente, me imagino Panamá debe estar pendiente, todo el pueblo panameño celebrando este triunfo. Sabíamos que veníamos con las ganas de ganar el campeonato, de ser primero, y solo queda decirle al pueblo panameño que lo celebre con ganas, que este triunfo es para todo el pueblo panameño.
La última, ¿a quién se lo dedicas personalmente?
Personalmente se lo dedico a mi familia y a todo el pueblo panameño que siempre ha estado pendiente de la selección panameña de futsal.
Muchas gracias, Claudio, felicidades por ese triunfo.
As we see the Panamanian fans still over the moon as they win their first championship here at the Concacaf Futsal Championship. What a tournament it has been. This has been the hottest week in the region in futsal. And we'll have the awards ceremony coming up shortly. Can't miss it. What a match. What a tournament. The 3-time defending champions Costa Rica dethroned at the semifinal level by the Cubans in penalties, while Panama eliminating their rivals Guatemala in the other. And it was about veteran experience versus the youth. That was the story coming in. And Cuba's number 9, Jonathan Hernandez, not eligible to play. A big loss for the Cubans. And it's going to hurt these young guys for a long time, but they will certainly be back. And they'll certainly bring their A-game over to Uzbekistan at the FIFA Futsal World Cup later this fall, as will the champions, Panama. And you can bet they're going to be dancing all night in Managua. And they're going to be dancing all night in Panama City as they celebrate. And here we see this beautiful setup for the award ceremony by Concacaf. As all the executives come up. As we see Oscar Hinks getting the award for the Fair Play Award. On behalf of the team, Oscar Hinks having a fantastic tournament. The City Millennial man, 38 years old, the oldest player in this game.
Ahora es el momento del trofeo al mejor jugador joven, presentado por Aranco. Este trofeo se concede al mejor jugador joven y es para Kevin Rueda de la Selección Nacional de Cuba.
And the best young player award going over to the Cuban goalkeeper, 20 years of age, Kevin Rueda. A fantastic tournament. This fearless young man has a bright career in futsal, getting the best young player award.
Continuamos. Es el momento del trofeo del mejor portero. Para recibir el trofeo, por favor demos una ronda de aplausos a Jaime Peñalosa de Panamá.
And no question about it, the best goalkeeper award undoubtedly going to Jaime Peñalosa. The best goalkeeper in this tournament.
Continuamos con la
26-year-old at Los Lobos. A gold medal and a golden glove to match.
El cual se le otorga a Marvin Sandoval de la Selección de Guatemala.
And the golden boot winner from Guatemala, Marvin Sandoval. A phenomenal tournament with his 7 goals on the tournament.
Ahora, premiamos al mejor jugador del campeonato de futsal de la Concacaf.
Edging out his teammate by assist.
Para recibir el trofeo de Panamá, Alfonso Mackenzie.
And the best player award of the tournament going to Alfonso Mackenzie, who had an absolutely knockout tournament. What would Panama have done without this man?
Damas y caballeros, a continuación Concacaf presentará las medallas de reconocimiento a los oficiales del partido de esta noche.
We see the match officials coming up to get their awards. Medallions placed on them. Over here it was Josh Wilkins from the United States. Diego Molina, the number 2 from Costa Rica. Kristen Paella from the U.S. And then Jose Barrera from El Salvador.
Felicitemos al equipo del tercer lugar de este campeonato futsal de Concacaf 2024, a la Selección Nacional de Guatemala.
As we see the bronze medal going for the 3rd consecutive tournament to Guatemala, who shut out Costa Rica today 3-0 in a solid performance. As we said, Guatemala, the most potent offense in this tournament, 30 goals from their 6 games. But doing it defensively tonight, shutting out an absolute studded Costa Rica side who were shut out of the medallions for the first time in well over a decade. Guatemala will take their bronze medal and move forward to the Futsal World Cup in a few months' time. A great performance by Guatemala. One of the pioneering futsal nations in the region. Guatemala actually hosted the Futsal World Cup back in 2000. And the host this time around, Uzbekistan, Guatemala actually beat them in 2021 in Lithuania. We're going to look to take this momentum forward.
Por favor, felicitemos al equipo del segundo lugar para este campeonato de futsal de Concacaf 2024. Recibimos a la selección nacional de Cuba.
The silver medalists to the great young Cuban side. What an unbelievable performance. This team eliminated in the 2021 group stage, 3 losses. And a completely new team put together by Arguello Valdivia, who did a phenomenal job taking these young men to the brink against this Panamanian side. This is the silver medal that Cuba has had in this championship. And it's their 8th appearance in this tournament, one of only 3 teams to do so. This is a brand new era in Cuban futsal, and the rest of the region has been put on notice. Watch out for these guys at the World Cup. And in 2028, with an extra 4 years of experience, this is a team that nobody's going to be wanted drawn against. Excellent job by Arguello Valdivia and the Cuban Federation.
Por favor, démosle la bienvenida al campeón del campeonato de futsal de Concacaf 2024, a la selección nacional de Panamá.
And here come the champions. And leading with his golden glove to match now is a gold medal, Jaime Peñalosa. The Panamanians with their first ever championship. Well-deserved victory. Topping Group B. And going through the quarters and semis. And now the final. Mackenzie getting the medal and the handshakes out there. The best player of the tournament award, of course, go to the 26-year-old number 10. We see Maxil Cuthbert getting his medal. And the rest of the staff have put in their blood, sweat, and tears into this project, and now being rewarded with the title. You can bet this team is going to get the invite to the presidential palace down in Panama. Deservedly so. After this, and after the celebrations are finished up in Panama, they'll be geared up to go to the World Cup as we see a smiling Oscar Hinks. He is absolutely over the moon. Looks like he missed the boat, signaling him to come get his medal. The oldest player team, 38 years old. Doing a little bit of a shimmy. Ah, here we go. You gotta love this energy. And Hinks long in Managua. As we take it, the final highlights of the championship match between Cuba and Panama. Panama pressing early. Intercepting the ball out there. Passing it deep. A beautiful cut and a left-footed strike to go up. Great effort early on out there by Rumen Melord. As we see another angle there. The Panama fans were going wild from the opening whistle to the final one. Another key opportunity there. An outstretched Rueda beaten. Cuba getting away. As we see the rebound out here, slotted in home by Martinez, who had a fantastic game for Cuba. The second half started off early, an own goal by Mackenzie, put off of Harold Aguilera. And the Cubans took that lead. But Panama responded immediately after out there, as Achilles Campos just slotted it down low. This game opened up with a lot of goals, and we saw Mackenzie just beat Rueda under his arm out there, left-footed, but just trickles wide right of the goal. Contact there, and picked up, and a low, big-time shot by Claudio Goodridge, who had a fantastic game for Panama. Lays it out, and nothing Rueda's going to do in that situation. Panama taking the lead. An interception picked off. Peñalosa in the right place in the right time to take it. And Goodridge again getting his second of the half. Just beat who just couldn't believe it. And at that point it was 4-2 for Panama. Late in the game, Cuba getting a third. It's a beautiful ball in there by Gonzalez, tapped in by Martinez. And a golden opportunity here that Cortilla just missed. And that'll be in his nightmares for a while. And that's it for us, folks. We hope you enjoyed the 2024 Concacaf Futsal Championships. Panama are your champions, raising that new golden plate. Look how happy they are. There is a lot of gold in this photo. I'm a big fan of the footy plate. I want to thank everyone in Nicaragua, the hosts. Thank everyone at Concacaf, the entire broadcast at HBS for a great job all tournament long. We hope you fans absolutely enjoyed this thrilling tournament all week long. I'm your host, Chris Fernandez, signing off. Enjoy the celebrations, Panama. You have earned it. Crack that champagne, lift that trophy, and we'll see you at the FIFA Futsal World Cup. On behalf of everyone at CONCACAF, have a great night, everybody.